Well, when we founded Wealth Counsel 15 years ago, we really did so with a view that we were going to create a collaborative practice model among the group of us who had founded the company. And it was only over a period of time that what we realized was that in order for us to be effective as estate planners, we needed better document systems. We needed better education. And I'm really proud of the fact that everything that we have done over that time period has been driven by our perception of what we as practitioners needed in our own practices to succeed. And that's been really the guiding philosophy of all that we have done is, does it work in the real world?
Most people think of us as a drafting system, a provider of a drafting system. And therefore, our competitors are other companies that produce drafting systems. But we're really a lot more than that. We didn't begin with a drafting system, we began with a vision. The vision being to help lawyers help each other practice better. Right? That's our purpose, is to promote practice excellence.
I think one of the things that makes Wealth Counsel different than our competitors is that we don't have customers. We have members. And we don't have a company. We have a community.
We didn't start out to be Wealth Counsel. We started out to be a collaborative of about 60 attorneys who were all expert in different areas like charitable planning versus asset protection, just the different strategies and things that you can do with estate planning. And we were going to work together on high net worth clients, not necessarily high net worth, but also complex, and just by putting our minds together, hopefully do a better job for clients.
Well, we began with an idea, and the idea was in part to find a way of practicing law together, to do things together.
Wealth Counsel has made a major impact on the way that attorneys practice. We've been in the forefront of thinking outside the box on rather prosaic and sometimes mundane issues that folks never seem to get around to tackling. We've made it easy to access attorneys who are knowledgeable and who have cutting-edge ideas behind them. But the Wealth Counsel mantra is to put a friendly face on it, to make it personal, to make it meaningful, so that everybody involved, the attorney's staff, the client, and their family, have a sense of accomplishment and having done something that really is going to take care of people.
We needed to have a system for creating documents for our clients, and then after that was done, we discovered that there were some people that were interested in finding how we were doing things, and when people found out we were doing things, we kind of came around to the idea that we could actually have a way that we could actually achieve that purpose, despite the fact that you had 10 people literally all over the United States, everywhere from New England to the West Coast to the South, the Midwest, all over the United States.
Well, the first milestone that comes to mind for me is the first rollout of Wealth Docs. We were a company, an education company, for about 5 years before we had any kind of technology like that. So that was a huge milestone for us.
I think what I'm most proud of is I was able to work with the foundation and the values that were already there and help implement Wealth Docs, which I think really took the company to the next level. It allowed the company to give the attorneys the tools to actually implement the type of practice, the type of quality practice that had been the education part of Wealth Counsel up to that point.
I would say it liberates them. I think fundamentally that's been the biggest change that Wealth Counsel has made for me and my office, is the ability to spend more time focusing on the work, the actual practice of law, rather than administrative functions, because in essence it's a 2,000-man law firm with the economies of scale and the resources that I could never hope to have personally in my own practice. It's the ability to know that the drafting software is kept up to date, that a lot of very intelligent people are looking at the systems and keeping them current so that I don't trip. I just can't imagine how somebody in a small shop or a solo shop could practice without an organization like Wealth Counsel.
Wealth Counsel, I think, has had a number of different impacts in the way people practice estate planning, but I suspect that the most significant thing that our practice tools have done is to liberate the practitioner to spend more time actually talking to their clients and learning what their clients want to accomplish, so that the end product, the legal documents that they're producing, more effectively reflect their clients' wishes and dreams.
It's the culture that we've created. On a daily basis in all the venues, the interactions I have on the telephone, and on listservs, and all the different ways we interact with members, what I see is a culture that is committed to the idea that we're more powerful together than we are individually, and a culture that shares. And I don't know of any other place in the world where I've been able to experience that kind of professional relationship.
Wealth Counsel stands out from its competitors because we're more than just a drafting system. We're a community of users that help each other practice better.
It's a challenge that we've met, but I think the biggest challenge overall is continuing to listen to our members, find out what they need to be successful in their practices, and then integrating their needs into and creating solutions for them that we can bring to them through Wealth Counsel.
Everything we do at Wealth Counsel is built on the principle that we have to empower our members to be successful. Now, one of the ways we do this is to continuously study the trends out there in the estate planning industry. The things that we learn when we do that give us the information that we need to create the products and services that will enable our members to very quickly be able to take advantage of emerging opportunities. Sometimes we have the internal expertise in the company to develop these solutions. Sometimes we don't. And when we don't, we go find the best and the brightest talent out there to help us develop it. Now, several years ago, several of us realized that elder law was emerging as a serious practice subspecialty. But the principals of Wealth Counsel also realized that we, at least among ourselves, did not have the skill or the expertise at that time to create what our members really needed to be successful in that practice. So we started looking for people to partner with that did have that skill and that experience.
I think that certainly for my practice and for the practice of those people that I know that have become Wealth Counsel members and people that have, with whom I've formed friendships and had friendships endure for all these years, it's really been the fact that we can be a great deal more efficient about creating documents for the clients, about coming up with ideas, about being in a situation where we know that there is a way that people have your back, so to speak, that there's no particular episode or concept that is in any way not covered by the types of things that Wealth Counsel provides. And all those things taken as a whole, I think, are really, to me, an excellent outcome.
If we can enable people to develop their own solutions and have them be of the correct quality and the correct vision, will make a massive difference in the way wealth is transferred and used in this country for the good of individuals and the good of the society as a whole.
Going forward, we're going to keep doing what we've always done. Our periscope is up day and night. We're always trying to see what's out there on the professional horizon. And there's a lot going on out there, I can tell you. There will be a lot of change happening in our world in the next couple of years. We have a lot of work to do.
I think the thing that I'm most proud of is that we've created a community for attorneys. When a lot of our members come to the various meetings that we hold around the country, they're more like reunions.
Wealth Counsel members are the lifeblood of Wealth Counsel. Without membership, without our members, would just be another education company or another software provider. But the power of Wealth Counsel is the power of the community.
I think we have moved to that point where we are now industry leaders. People are looking to Wealth Counsel for where we're headed. We're getting asked our opinions as to drafting solutions and where we're going with respect to education.
I feel really blessed to have been a part of this, to work with, as I said, almost 60 staff members who are just the kindest, hardest working, most dedicated people, to have known now thousands of attorneys who really truly care about their clients and doing the best possible job they can for them. I just feel like I've helped, that my life has had meaning, that I've helped people accomplish their goals.
I think personally I'm most proud when I see the emails that do come frequently from members who tell us that that their commitment to join Wealth Counsel was perhaps the best decision they've ever made. It's very fulfilling to see those kinds of responses.
Wealth Counsel members are problem solvers. Wealth Counsel members are problem avoiders, problem preventers. I think that there is pride in being a Wealth Counsel member. That that again, once you're in the community, once you're in Wealth Counsel membership, you really are part of something. You're part of a bigger movement. You're part of a paradigm shift.
I think over the near term, we'll see a continuation of the improvement, really the breadth and the depth of the offerings that Wealth Counsel has. As we move to a society where more and more information is disseminated over the web, and the impact of social media becomes far more significant, I think you'll see changes in the way we deliver our products and services. I think we'll see a greater breadth to those offerings, and I hope to see that we'll see an even greater sense of community amongst our members.
My big hope for Wealth Counsel is that we'll be able to extend our collegial model to attorneys that work in related fields, not just estate planning.
What's going to happen is the client is going to have a relationship with the whole advisor team that they work with that produces far more effective planning that actually really works at the point in time when that planning is tested. And I believe that the Wealth Counsel group of companies, the Wealth Counsel Company, the Advisors Forum, and Elder Counsel, are going to be the change agents that cause that to happen.